son of James St. Patrick. No code, no loyalty. And you smell just like him.
Welcome back. I'm here with the stars of Power Book 2 Ghost, Micheal Rainey Jr., Naturi, Naughton-Lewis, and Golden Brooks. All right, let's dig in because fans want to know. Okay, season 3 finale ended with these words: "We started a war." Micheal Rainey Jr. Tariq, as we said, went from a character that people really despise. I mean, I had to get off Twitter at some nights. They would just beat my poor kid up. And now someone the folks are rooting for. What was it like when you read that line, "We're starting a war"?
Oh, I was excited. I was excited because I just knew for, you know, the next season coming, like, we're going to be filming some crazy stuff, and we did. Yeah. So the first episode of Rip, full action, is going crazy.
A scene that got fans talking, an emotional one for you, long-awaited reunion between Tasha and Tommy. Wow, it was big. Let's take a look.
Look, I love you, Tommy. I never stopped. Don't ever forget how we've been there for each other. We're your day ones. We're the only ones left.
I know. I just feel like I keep losing my people.
So let's not lose each other.
Shout out to Joe Shakora. Wow.
No, that was a long-awaited scene. Fans had been waiting to see what this up and down relationship between Tasha and Tommy would look like. Ghost out of the picture. Oof. That scene, I think, speaks to the heart of this mega hit of a show. What was that like for you?
Oh, it was amazing for me, and it was also good. It felt like home, kind of like what Golden said. Being back with the character of Tommy for Tasha, it felt like, oh, this is like the Power Day Ones again. And Joe coming into the show on that particular episode, we all felt like, oh, this is kind of like that nostalgic feeling, you know, that I miss so much, you know, working with people like Omari Hardwick as Ghost and the original Power, but to see it, So for me, it just felt like a homegoing, almost like coming, like, you know, when you're at your barbecue with all your friends and you got your cookout, you're like, oh, this is family now. And then finally, Tommy and Tasha can work together. And, you know, because I know I killed Lakeisha. Shout out to Lala. I'm sorry, La. I didn't want to do it. But at least now we get to see them come together as a family.
Well, that's the thing about all of these. There's a level of ruthlessness to all of these characters.
Tasha
they are the
No,
person
she does not.
it's like these are people you don't want to cross, but you want on your side.
Yes.
Don't want to be on their bad side.
Y'all know who to call if you get in trouble.
Right.
Tasha showing up.
I got to go back to Power and Micheal, the finale where Tariq kills Ghost. And then Tasha...
She's like, wait a minute, I didn't see that. Hold up.
Tasha takes the blame. The emotions from that scene, that cliffhanger told me at that point there was nothing that the writers weren't willing to do.
Nothing.
Sure.
Shout out to our writers.
Right, that's the thing.
That's a big risk to take right there.
That's great writing.
Why was that ending
amazing?
I really think that ending was the perfect setup for this chapter.
Yeah, for sure. That ending was insane because that was literally our last day of filming.
Look at me, boo-hooing.
Power.
Crying.
Like that was our last day filming Power. Like literally last day. It was so emotional. Everybody was crying. Like for so long. Like I literally remember that vividly.
I remember it too.
I remember that.
Because we never wanted it to end. It was
And then
emotional.
as we were getting closer and closer to like the final words on the scene, it was just like everybody just started to get sadder and sadder. We like, damn, we.
And you know what was great
closer.
about that moment? It reminds me of like just what a mother would do for her son.
Yeah.
We used to always say a mother's love. Go to school, get your education. I'll take the blame. I will carry that weight, and that's a real mother right there.
That's it.
For all the moms.
It's true.
Y'all know.
Shout out to all the single moms.
All the single moms.
Shout out to all the single mothers out there.
Golden, I got to bring you in because so much of your storyline is under wraps.
Yes, it is. But leave it to the producers to still go out with a bang at the very end. You know, I think there'll be a cliffhanger and you'll wonder, okay, what is Janet's role? How is she intertwined into this sort of...
So we learn more about Janet's role in this. Are we going to hate Janet?
I know. How we gonna do it? I want to know too, girl.
Oh, hell yes. No, I had to.
What was it like when you got the call to join this cast?
Oh my
Take me
gosh,
to that.
I was literally pinching myself. I had finished a Disney show, and you know, Disney from one end of the spectrum. I was like, you know, and then getting this, I've just always been a fan of Naturi and just the whole. I mean, we used to see each other back when we'd audition in
all
person.
The time.
Did you audition for this role?
No, this was an offer, but
Well, that's a long way.
Excuse me.
You know, listen. I've had my share of auditions.
Right.
We're going through them. We're going through them. I mean, the offers are very few.
Well, that's okay, but it feels good to say. They wanted me. That feels good.
I felt very, well, I was honored, you know, because to be in the company of, I mean, Mary J. and to play, you know, Monet is like this matriarch of like, it's like that Sopranos, you know, where there's all of this sort of darkness and mystery going on, but at the root of it, it's about this family. It's about staying anchored in this family and keeping that family together by any means necessary.
Amen.
And that's what I love about this show. All the books, you know, it really is love at the root of all the darkness. And power, no pun intended, or pun intended. But we do anything for that. We do anything for that power and to keep our family together. And I think there's a beauty in that. As much as there's like, you know, Michael was saying people hated his character, but his character had to come full circle.
Right, his character's come, and you did because his character is cute, because he's cute.
He's
Coming
real
up
cute.
a sneak peek at this Friday season 4 premiere of Power Book 2 Ghosts. We'll be right back.
Listen, I need everyone to be crystal clear about this. My Tariq problem gets solved today. He knows too much about me. Diana, Drew, you should know a weak point to exploit. If not, find one.
If not, find one. Welcome back. That was a sneak peek at the 4th and final season of Power Book 2 Ghosts, which premieres this Friday, 8 p.m. on Stars. That was Noma, the ruthless queen pin who disrupts Tariq's rise to success and is out for blood this season. We are back with the phenomenal cast: Micheal Rainey Jr., Naturi, Naughton-Lewis, Golden Brooks. Listen. It's also a big deal when the heads of your network back shows, right? You don't always, people think, oh, automatically there's a success, the network supports. It doesn't always happen that way.
No.
I love the quote from Catherine Bosby. She's the president of Stars, and she said of this ending, "This explosive season of Ghosts is a fitting crescendo in a decade of an immensely popular franchise. Fans will not be disappointed." Now, it's broken up in 2 arcs, if you will. Two arcs. Naturi, take us in at least to the beginning. Where do we set the stage here?
Oh, boy. Well, you know, I am still in witness protection, so I don't know everything that my son is up to, but I think the war has, when you start this season, and Michael, you can dive in, it starts in the war that he ended off with in season 3, but also you get to see, for me, I come in at a certain point, you'll see the family dynamic now that, you know, it's just us really, and Yasmin, Big Mama, is a lot of things that we explore to show how Tasha's always gonna come back for her son.
Always gonna come back for her son.
Always gonna come back for her son.
Michael, you've been acting since you were 9 years old. You've been acting since you were 9 years old.
Oh, look at young Michael. He is so cute. He looks the same.
He looks exactly the same, except for this is the I'm going to church version, and this is I'm hanging out version of you.
Grown man.
But about Tariq, what have you grown to love about him?
What have I grown to love about Tariq? The fact that he doesn't he doesn't play when it comes to his mom, his grandmother, or his sister. Because I'm the same way. Like I don't play when it comes to my mom, or like any woman like in my life period. Like I don't play when it comes to any of them. So I guess I definitely share that quality.
You share that love of the strong woman in your life, the mother in your life.
Yeah, because my mom sacrificed, you know, countless amount of things for me to, you know, advance in my career. So, yeah.
And that's a big part of it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's interesting too. I was. Some people have compared Tariq in many ways to Tony Soprano and James Gandolfini, where we were getting to know the emotional aspect of this kid. He's not just, and I say this, it's an odd sentence to say, he's not just a killer.
Right.
He's not just a bad guy, right?
No.
As Tony Soprano was not just this mob guy.
Right.
This was a character layered in something.
Going through a lot.
He's going through a lot. What's motivating him at this point?
At this point, you know, trying to get mommy up out of WITSEC, you know, trying to make sure the family is just together and healthy.
Is it
and
power
happy.
that's motivating him?
That too. You know, he doesn't want to be just Tariq. Like, he want to be on top. So
He wants to be on top. Well, I'm like visualizing the ending here, and I've not seen it, but I feel like there's this big moment where the two of them are facing off. I've gone too deep.
Who? Tamron. Wait a minute. Who's gonna face off?
Mom and son.
You think so?
I don't know. That's why we're speculating, because we.
That's an interesting take.
That's an interesting thought.
I don't know.
I don't know, but I'll just say one thing that's never gonna happen is separate these two.
Definitely gonna separate.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
So, Golden, how, you have this interesting experience in that, first of all, Girlfriends, iconic. Iconic.
Thank you.
8 seasons of the show.
Hi, Persia. Hi, Tracy.
I know.
Hi, Joe.
People have asked about a reunion, all these things, but I want to talk about the fact that the show never got a chance to say goodbye.
Yeah.
And you know how special
Yes.
this is for fans and the cast, to be able to say goodbye.
You know, you spend so many years with the cast, and it becomes family. And so, and the audience and the fans become part of that family. So it is sort of bittersweet to not have that crescendo, that ending, you know, the end of a chapter.
Yeah.
You know, Girlfriends ended during another strike that was happening in 2008. There was a writer's strike back then. So I think people think there was like this huge thing that happened. I think we just didn't pass the writer's strike. And sad as that is, you know, Persia, Jill, Tracy and I, Reggie, we do talk about this. We do talk about, you know, Reggie's the 5th girlfriend. We do talk about how we could potentially do this again and what that would look like.